Are you ready, B? I'm honey.
I'm ready, human.
I wanted to say my queen.
Okay, Pinky, are you feeling ready? Pinky, could you maybe, are you able to stand up a little bit straighter? Or is that uncomfortable?
Hold on. Is that better?
That is better. Yeah.
What the? Hey everybody, Adam Savage at Tested with Ragmop and Goose.
Hi.
Regular watchers of this channel know how puppet obsessed we are at Tested, and if you are even remotely puppet obsessed, you know about the YouTube channel and the output of Jessie and Gus here. Guys, it is such an honor to have you in the cave.
Thank you.
Love your output. Tell me about puppets. Tell me about why puppets and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a big statement. Puppets in general. Yeah.
I mean, we can start with our mission statement
Yeah.
of why we do what we do. We want to basically put like physical play back in the hands of kids because everything is on screens these days.
Mm-hmm.
And we also want to just reignite the inner child for grownups out there. So a lot of what we do is just really trying to get everybody excited about like tangible play, physical play, like textiles and, you know, things that you can actually use your hands for. And yeah.
Do you guys do tutorials about puppet making as well as puppet performance?
Yeah,
well,
we do.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. We do some bit of puppet making. A lot of the puppet making that we do is more about how to inspire creativity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's if you feel blocked, we do an emoji series where we pull 5 emojis and then we figure out how to make a puppet using those types of things, whether it's pulling a color, pulling an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one's smart, or this one likes
Yeah.
cheese. And so it's like, okay, what can we get from a character from that?
So rather than a tutorial for a specific puppet form, it's more like a tutorial for a puppet mindset.
Yeah.
Like character building, character design. So for instance, we made a character, the 5 emojis that we pulled were a rat, a piece of cheese, a purple heart, a pig.
A pig, yeah.
And it was like
lemon.
lemon.
Yeah.
And then like a gold medal, I think.
Yeah, no, silver medal.
Yeah, it was a silver medal.
Silver medal, yeah.
So what we did with that is, you know, we had the pig and the rat. So we're like, okay, what if this is like a hybrid animal creature? So it was like a rat, but it had like a pig nose and a little curly tail. And then for lemon, we interpret the emojis however we see fit. So
Sure.
like the lemon, it's like, well, maybe they have a sour look on their face.
Totally.
So they end up having more like angular eyes, like they were just kind of like,
Yeah. And then we made the eyes yellow to pull in the color of the lemon. And then the second place, sometimes we pull an emoji and it's like very abstract and we're like, what do we do with like a clipboard, you know, or something like that. So for this case, we did, they got second place in the pig rat competition. They weren't the best pig rat.
So they're sour about
that
it.
brought in the
exactly.
sour. They were like, I didn't quite make it. Yeah, all right.
Of all the gin joints in all the world.
Yeah.
Tell me about your backgrounds. What brought you both either together and also to puppets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gus, you go first.
Puppet-wise, it's one of those things of like, I loved puppets as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
The State Fair of Texas always had this one person that would come in and they would have like the marionettes of like the ostriches or just like the simple little things.
Yeah.
And
I made one of those duck puppets
those
with
things,
rope legs.
They're like the most classic, And I loved those. I even had like a pop-up puppet stage. But it kind of reached to a point where it was like, I think that's a little too kiddish. You kind of have to like separate yourself from that and
or at
move
least
up.
that's what you were told.
And that's
right?
what I was
yeah.
told.
Right.
Mhm.
But then later in life of just kind of realizing like, you don't. Like you can still be that kid and like let that be fed and let that happen. And so later in life, after I met her, I saw she had made a puppet and I saw it and she was a little nervous about having that on like her profile. And I was like, you have a puppet. I want to see this, you know?
Yeah.
And it definitely sparked that joy again of like, oh, this is really fun. And you don't have to be a kid to love it. So
No, I will tell you, we've been shooting today a few different pieces and sitting at the table with Honey here, you just disappear.
Yeah.
And it is magical. It feels magical, even as a 58-year-old man, to like talk to this beautiful bee puppet.
That's so sweet of you to say.
You're very welcome. I'm not trying to pick you up, honey. All right, honey.
Yes.
You have seen a goodly portion of the shop. I'm curious if there's anything you haven't seen that you want to see.
Actually, there are 3 things that I did not see that I'm curious if you have.
Okay.
1, do you have an 18-inch endoscopic nipper?
Endoscopic nipper. Yes. Wait a second. Hold on. It's next to the white chocolate crossbow. Yeah.
that makes
Here we
sense.
go. Endoscopic
Oh.
nipper. Yeah. Look at this. Way
Ooh.
out there at the end.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Endoscopic nipper. Had. What else do you want?
Okay. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. For object number 2.
Okay.
We're looking for a 2-inch puppet-sized anvil.
Oh, a puppet-sized anvil. I totally got one of those recently. Hold on just a second. I think. Yeah. Over here. Here we go. Puppet-sized anvil, 2-inch plate.
Yep.
That
I
should do
approve. That is puppet-sized.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And for a real challenge. You've done well so far.
All right.
However, do you have a line?
Chicken replacinator.
Chicken? Okay, yeah. Do you have a chicken replacinator?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you've asked me for a chicken replacinator.
I knew I was going to stump you with this one.
No, we just had our friends from Phineas and Ferb here, and I made them a chicken replacinator.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God, it even worked. I'm not going to pull the trigger.
Yes.
The nearest chicken is next door, and we're shooting here. But
Fair enough.
this is a working chicken replacinator.
That is fantastic. And you have, you've pulled out all the things. I could not stump you.
I'm so psyched. I love having everything someone asks for in this cave.
Oh,
But I'm curious about. So you thought about bringing puppets back into your life.
yeah.
How long did it take before you felt comfortable performing them, working with other people?
I think we're
honestly,
still trying to figure that out.
It's a process.
Yeah.
I mean, we go out and about with just
Mhm.
walking around with puppets, and it really has been fun to see the people you wouldn't expect to like catch.
Oh.
They're like, because it'd be the classic thing of just like, hey, I like your shirt. And they turn and they'll just go like, huh. And get that like double take of like, did that puppet just tell me they like my shirt? And then they'll smile. And it's a really fun thing to kind of just like put out there of like, yeah, everybody likes it and enjoys it. You just gotta bring them back to it.
So we were lucky to spend some time with some master puppeteers who then got out some puppets to take pictures with us, and we were all just like beaming. But I could also see that the puppeteers were all getting their own high off of our enjoyment. I'm guessing this is a big part of your deal.
Yes. So the funny thing is when we kind of got into this, like I'm less of a performer than he is. He went to acting school and he's just a natural clown. Like that's very natural for him. I like being behind the camera. I was a photographer before we did this, and I like the creation of it and the design element. So the funny thing is, like when we started doing conventions, we do a little puppet show at our booth. He built a puppet stage. He used like 800 popsicle sticks to make this like hardwood looking floor, like vintage. It's so cute. But we get a corner booth every year, and on the puppet stage we do performances. And it wasn't until we started doing these performances, I perform with the marionettes, that I understood like that feeling that when you perform, like, and you see the reaction and the impact that it has on the people watching, how like magical it is. So I'm kind of like dabbling more into that world now. And yeah, I mean, it's really incredible. Like one of my favorite things is like when you have like the Gen X punk guy walk by and he's just kind of like, eyes forward, not paying attention to anybody. And then one of the puppets says something to him and he looks over and he laughs. You're like, yes, we got the punk dude to laugh. All right.
I'm curious, Jessie, if you have like an earliest memory of dealing with a puppet, or the first time a puppet sort of captured your attention.
Oh my gosh. I mean, there was so many weird puppet shows like in the 90s. It's when we grew up. And I mean, Pee Wee Herman, obviously the Henson Company, anything they touched was there for us. But there was also like some offshoot shows too. Like there was a show called Allegra's Window. There was a show called Between the Lines. A lot of PBS shows had puppet stuff. And I was just always so drawn to it. And the first time I remember making a puppet was an actual sock puppet. I took my socks and cut out like construction paper eyes and hair. And somewhere there's a photo of me like holding my little puppets. And I loved paper bag puppets. Right the year before I met Gus was when I found a puppet making workshop in LA, and I made my first like Henson style puppet. And once I like got to that level, I was hooked. It was because it was kind of the same thing with Gus, where it's like once I got into high school, it was kind of like, okay, I'm still watching Sesame Street, but I'm not telling people. I'm still rushing home, turning PBS on. Like no one has to know that I'm watching Elmo's World because I just love like the fabrication of it all, you know? And then, when I was in my early 20s, found this class, made a puppet. I named him Turkey Sandwich because that's what I had for lunch that day. And that was, when we met, he started puppeteering with Turkey. And it was just, it's been this gradual, growing obsession, I guess, since that workshop, honestly.
But during that gradual obsession, you guys started the YouTube channel where you're not just covering what you love about puppets, but you're also covering your own obsession.
Yeah, pretty
honestly,
much.
It was like the Ren Fair. I had never been to the Ren Fair.
Yeah.
And we had Roland, and loves fantasy, loves Lord of the Rings, loves D&D. And we thought, wouldn't it be funny?
Horns.
Yeah. And it's like, wouldn't it be funny if we took him to the Ren Fair and gave him a day at the Ren Fair? And now we have gone 4 years in a row, and he's been knighted by the Queen. He is an ambassador to the puppet realm at the Ren Fair. Now it's like he's a little celebrity at the Ren Fair, and that makes me happy because it's not me, it's him. But like I love when we take him. He gets paraded through the Renaissance Fair by the town criers, and they make way for him and take him to the Queen and fun stuff like that.
Hey, Roland.
Yeah.
I heard tell that you are a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
Am I ever?
You might not know that the folks that built a lot of the stuff for Lord of the Rings, the Weta Workshop folks, are really good friends of ours here at Tested.
Really?
Yes, and I also am obsessed with Lord of the Rings, have a huge collection of stuff, and I thought you might like to see some of my favorite pieces.
I knew I was in the right place.
All right, sir. Let's see here. I'm just going to pull this off to reveal the whole kit and caboodle. Come on back. Here we go. First up, I'm going to hand you over here. This is the Morgul blade. This is one of the museum replicas of the Morgul blade, but it's a very, very excellent replica.
It's so beautiful.
I know. I might have done some extra weathering on it.
Oh, it looks beautiful. You've done fantastic work. Well done.
Thank you. I also have, and I really like this piece, a Hobbit-sized sting. This is how big it would be to me as a human if I was talking to a Hobbit.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I know.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? All the leaf work here on the handle.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is what I dream of.
You've seen him before.
Yes.
These are Aragorn's vambraces, and these were built at Weta Workshop by their leather worker. I can't believe that I own these. They're two of my favorite pieces in the cave here. But you get to see that Gondorian craftsmanship up close.
It's so beautiful.
I know.
You're gonna make me cry, Adam.
Oh no, I'm about to make you cry, Roland, because I've saved the best for last. Which are my Nazgul gauntlets. And I'm going to put one on for you.
Oh, please do.
So you can see.
Please do.
They are...
beautiful.
They are beautiful, and they feel like... you feel like a real Wolverine when you put these on.
Yes.
And I want to just show you, here's my favorite thing to do with them. When you make a fist, and you open it. Isn't that the best sound?
Oh, that's so good.
I wish I had a pair of small ones for you, man. I can't tell you how satisfying this is.
I wish you did too. Don't get me wrong. This is amazing. These are so beautiful, Adam.
I know. Look at all those finger lames. Every single one is made of steel.
All right, I'm gonna need some contact numbers for Weta. I think I'm gonna need some of my size.
Well, actually, these beautiful gauntlets were built by my friends at Krupp Circle, K-R-O-P Circle. They're up in Canada. Scott Maple and his team built these for me years ago for my ring wraith costume.
Well, they did good work, eh?
They do beautiful work. I'll tell you, the ring wraith costume was risky to wear at Comic-Con because I kept really scaring children.
I could imagine that.
Yeah.
To see how realistic they are, I could see how that would be a little scary. Yeah.
So I want to dive into this one thing you just said. It's not me, it's him. Do each of you feel like you can get to the place where the character is surprising you?
Yes.
Honestly, yeah.
All the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So going back to how I said I'm less of a performer. For some reason, when I have a puppet on me, I suddenly have this like level of confidence that I don't have being myself.
Yeah.
And there are times we've talked about it before
Yeah.
when one of my characters says something that I've never said in my life.
Yeah.
It's both of us.
Yeah.
Honey's phrase, "Oh my stars."
No, Pinky.
Pinky, sorry. Pinky's catchphrase. Pinky's catchphrase, "Oh my stars." I have never said that in my life, but it came out one
Yeah.
day as that. I was like, what would Pinky say as like a, "Oh my God," or something like that? It was, and I think it was probably my Southern roots was like the, "Oh my stars,"
Yeah.
but it came out in that, and I never said that before.
Mhm.
And it's so fun to experience that of like, you're putting some of yourself, but also it's kind of giving its own as well, you know?
And I feel like I talk a lot about the process of making and creating here in the cave, my intersection with it. One of the things I love to talk about is that when you're making something, there's a certain point at which it transcends the thing you're trying to make and it becomes itself entirely. And then you learn from this thing.
Absolutely.
And it sounds like this is a direct, almost temporal exercise of this, where these characters could say things that you don't expect right now
Mhm.
No.
and forever.
Yeah.
Which itself is a kind of like, what is that? Where is that coming from? It's a beautiful
Yeah.
beautiful place in
Yeah.
your heart, right?
Mhm.
It reminds, it's so like I did improv, and in improv, there are times when it's like, I black out. I have no
Right.
idea what I've said. And then you come out of it and you're like, I have no idea. But like, and then then you hear from people and you're like, that was amazing. And you're like, okay, good. I'm glad. I have no idea. You know?
The less I did improv classes for a while, and the less I remember about an improv, the better it went.
You did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have, like, right now in this frame, there's 3 completely different styles of puppets. We've
Yes.
got hand puppets with arms, we've got finger puppets, and we've got marionettes. Talk to me about
Yeah.
the spectrum.
Yeah. So Ragmop and Goose really kind of started with this guy right here.
This
is,
cowboy goes.
Yeah, this is Stanley. So this is
Do you want to pull him out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grab him out.
he
I'll move over to the side.
is kind of the reason why we were encouraged to turn this into like just keep doing it full time.
A going concern.
Yeah, because he went viral on TikTok and we were like, okay, people like it, let's do more. And then we leaned more into the hand puppet stuff too. So like we have him to thank for everything we're doing today. But this is Stanley. So he loves to wear his little cowboy costume. Normally he just wears like high top Converse,
Okay.
but he wanted to wear his costume today.
I like the red cow.
This is my little buddy Stanley. Stanley's a little ghost cowboy. Hey Stanley, you want to show him your big dance? Yeah. Okay. You ready for this, Adam?
Oh, I am. Stanley,
Okay,
let's
you
see
ready?
it.
This is his little booty shake.
I appreciate, I love anybody who wears a hat on the regular,
Fair enough.
right? Whew. Oh, man. Oh, hello. Oh, my goodness. And so you got feedback from the world that this was something everyone wanted to see more of, and you're like, achievement unlocked. Let's do more of this.
Yeah.
Jesse made a video of Stanley trick-or-treating.
Yeah, in this little
we had
costume.
a regular sized door, you heard a knock, and this big door opens up and you just see a reveal of a tiny little ghost. And I put a little candy in a bag that he had. And then somebody suggested, oh, you need to do this audio with it. And it was the
Jack.
I can't think of
It
his
was
name.
you know how there's trending audios on TikTok?
Sure.
It was a trending audio at the time.
And it happened to fit.
Yeah,
because
it was
like,
about cowboys. I can't even remember what it
he
was.
was just like, I'm just a cowboy.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we put that on there, and then that blew up.
Mhm.
And I mean, rightfully so. It was adorable.
It is totally adorable, but it sounds like you guys would be telling stories in some format, whether puppets ever were invented or not.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It
No.
sounds like this is part of your character.
Yeah,
Before Ragmop and Goose happened, we had an idea for a puppet show, and it was with Turkey, the first one.
Yeah, my
it was
first
going to
puppet.
be Turkey's Lunchbox.
Mhm.
And it kind of pulled in Pee-wee's Playhouse,
Mhm.
the Muppets, like all this stuff.
Mr.
And
Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Mhm.
And we made a theme song for it. We did all sorts of stuff. And so it has been something that's just like always felt like kind of a part of us. And now we've just figured out how to let it out and put it out there.
Yeah.
Tell me about the other beautiful marionette here.
This is Spaghetti the Clown. So this is my first attempt at a marionette. This is early pandemic when
These sneakers are fire.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is just like Sculpey. It was the early pandemic and we needed stuff to do, and I was kind of going out of my mind. So I'm like, okay, I'm finally going to attempt a marionette. I had wanted to make one for years, but I was always too intimidated.
Yeah.
So the head and the hands are just Sculpey. This is canvas that I painted. And then this is just like embroidery thread for his sneakers. And then Gus has a very good brain for stringing things. So I referred to him to help me kind of figure out the process of stringing.
Right.
And I did a reverse string to where it's like when one leg lifts, the opposite arm lifts. So I tried to make it look like he would have like really good motion.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Bear in the Blue House does that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Even like the Big Bird, how it's like, you know, lifting one gets that other. Yeah, it's like that same idea.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah. So because he's our first marionette, we want to restring him and try to like make him a little more. He has so many different expressions and way of moving, mostly because he's the cloth. But we really want to kind of refine him a little bit more so he has more ways to express himself.
Fair.
He's a little tangled right now.
And we do have a buddy that we haven't finished yet, but it's going to be his buddy who's about maybe this tall, and he's going to be Meatball. So it'll be Spaghetti and Meatball. They're just two little clowns.
But
that's song one meatball.
Spaghetti has a really
nice twerking. I appreciate
it.
When are you thinking about getting more advanced, like moving on to mouth mechanics, eyes, other stuff like that?
Yeah.
Definitely stuff we've seen at like Bob Baker Marionette Theater.
Yeah.
And we've seen some exhibits that were Bob's. And I just stare at the stringing and the mechanisms that they have, where it's like a skeleton puppet that you pull apart the controls and every body part separates. And then it's just this like floating mass of limbs. Wow. And then you pull them back together and everything just sucks back in. And it's like, there's some crazy stuff that I would love to get to learn more of those types of techniques and ways of thinking.
Yeah.
So,
are people drawing marionette stuff like mechanics on Thingiverse or the 3D printing forums at all? I'm curious.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I wouldn't know. I'm not for sure. Yeah.
I will tell you, it was one of the earliest things I went looking for and found very little that was that interesting to me, because it seemed like it is still a very handmade craft, the marionetting. And I don't know how much 3D printing has made it out to us from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, we watched a video course. It was in Germany, I think.
Marionettes are very popular, like in European countries.
But it was still all hand carved wood and like then using leather as joints. And so it's like still in that like old world of making. I don't know how much 3D printing has made it into that area.
Fair.
Yeah.
Tell me about the development of Honey here.
So
how much time you got?
The double arms, the arms are, oh my God. What is this stuff?
It's just thick yarn.
Oh my God.
Gives me a nice little noodle arm.
I love noodle arms.
The noodle arms had me in stitches when we were filming.
Yeah, Honey started off because Jessie wanted to make like an insect, an animal.
Well, so it started after Stanley had gone viral. I had always wanted to do like, I used to make stuffed animals and do like an adoption thing. So I wanted to translate that into puppets. So I started a little adoption day for puppet making. And I go to the Fabric District in LA, and a lot of the stores there have like bins of scrap fur. Yeah. And so every now and then I would go and I'll pull some scrap fur, and there was actually this piece of scrap fur. And I was like, oh my gosh, a bee. I have to make a bee.
Yes.
So I made a bumblebee. And in the beginning, when I started making the puppets to put up for adoption online, I didn't intend to make the same character more than once.
Right.
So we posted a video of the original Honey. This is actually the very second Honey. The first one had a different name. His name was Honey Butter Biscuit, as opposed to Honey Butter Popcorn. But so the original bee ended up going viral again on TikTok. And this was kind of like what sent us more into being able to make hand puppets and put them up for adoption online, because people were loving just the concept of like adopting a puppet. So after Honey went viral, everyone was like, I want one. So we're like, okay, well, how can we justify the notion that like we're making the same character available for adoption? So we came up with this idea that we have like a puppet cloning lab, and we use like puppet DNA to clone the characters. So that's how, this is technically a Roland clone.
And then we had a mishap in the lab where instead of cloning, we accidentally shrunk them.
Honey, I shrunk the puppet.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Honey.
I shrunk the puppets.
So that was literally the little ad that we made for it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So-
Amazing.
This is from our recent theme. We did a jungle cat theme last
Oh
month.
my God.
So all of our characters were inspired by big cats.
Oh.
And yeah, this is what happens in the cloning lab when you actually create a shrink ray instead of.
And these were great of like, you know, they could sit at your desk, they can go in a little pocket, or for kids, if they want to start off with something a little smaller, it's a great little start.
So you guys do the cons, you do corner booth and puppet shows at the cons.
Yeah.
I am sure that you've had some remarkable fan interactions.
Oh my
What are
gosh.
the kind of amazing things that people bring you to see?
I mean, some of the best reactions are, we had a woman come up and she was pretty much in tears. And she told us that her mom was in the hospital and she would watch our videos with her mom and they would bring them laughs and like through a hard trying time of like either the jokes or the pinky pick-me-ups or whatever it was. And she would just wanted to give us a hug and thank us for making these videos and giving her like these really good, memorable times with her mom and
A
everything.
little time out of time.
Yeah. And so moments like those are the most amazing. We get a ton of fan art sent by kids.
And
Drawings
adults.
of your characters.
Drawings of our
Yeah.
characters.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Some have done comic strips of like things that have happened with them or just all sorts of stuff. And it's really like that part is really sweet. And seeing kids make their own puppets.
Right.
Is
Your characters
really
are
fun.
out becoming wholly other
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
entities.
That's where we've had kids who are like in it. We never consider ourselves professionals in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But like
We just
when
stumbled
kids are
into
like,
this.
my kid is watching this and it's like the Muppets for them. We're like, okay, please stop. Like, no. But it's really crazy to hear that and think of that. But it's also like, great.
Yeah.
We want puppets still alive. If
Yeah.
it keeps it going, then great. That's all we want. So
So, what is the goal for the future? What are your big plans as your
so many things.
so many puppets?
We always joke that we just want more people to join our puppet cult.
just
I think that's a completely
yeah.
reasonable plan.
that's
We're
like the
trying to-
base level.
Yeah.
Uh,
But we're trying to build like just a puppet empire. Like, I mean, one of our big dreams is to be able to have a brick and mortar
yeah.
that has, we offer puppet making workshops, puppeteering workshops, puppet shows. If
Have
they
a
want,
stage, yeah.
if they want to adopt a puppet in person, they can. Like, it would just be so fun to just have an environment just all about puppetry,
Yeah.
any type of puppetry, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any intersection anyone has with puppetry, they
Yes.
can come in.
Yeah. And just, you could do classes there, do all sorts of stuff. Yeah. The brick and mortar is like
Yeah.
kind of high up there of like, that would be so much fun to have.
I love that you got a North Star. You guys are so inspiring. It's
Thank you.
it's been so joyful having these characters bouncing around the shop and filming with them. Thank you so much.
Thank
Please
you.
come back.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we'd love to do some puppet making challenges. with
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
let's do
Because
that.
another one that we do that you might like, actually, you'd probably love.
I think you would love it.
we do trash puppet. So we challenge people, we dump out all sorts of stuff,
Oh,
random
I'm
objects,
here
and you
for
got to
that.
try and make a puppet out
Uh-huh.
of whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like, and it's all just about try and get your creativity out. Whatever it
Yeah.
is, you'll be surprised that you'll come up with something,
Yeah.
even when you don't think. Yeah.
Ragmop and Goose. All the links to their important stuff are in the description. Guys, thank you so
Thank
much. It's been my
you.
honor to host you today.
Oh,
It's our
thank
honor
you
to
so
be
much,
here.
Adam.
Thank you, honey.
Oh, my stars, Adam. Oh, I'm so excited to see you.
I am so excited to see you, Pinky. Welcome to the cave. I'm delighted to have you here.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, do you ever find that you get, maybe a little overwhelmed or a little, like you might need a breather or a break?
Yes. Actually, I will tell you that frustration and being overwhelmed is a regular occurrence here at the cave. I think it's sort of unavoidable when you're doing stuff that you care about. You're always going to sort of end up experiencing a full gamut of emotions in the course of a build. Frustration is a really common sensation here.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I thought maybe we could do a little breathing exercise. As like if you were frustrated or a little overwhelmed. How does that sound?
That sounds beautiful. I have been meditating very poorly, but over the past 40 years, and it has brought a lot to my life, and I love doing a breathing exercise.
I love to hear that. I think meditation is very important, and I think we all should do it.
I totally agree. Just calculatedly turning your brain off is it has been so important in my life.
Absolutely. Well, why don't we do a little breathing exercise?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let's just find our center, get a little comfortable. Okay. And we're just going to do a deep breath in. Ready? And breathe in. And out. And breathe in. And out. Let's do it one more time. In. And out. Ah. That feels really nice, doesn't it?
I'm sorry, what was that?
That feels really nice, doesn't it?
I totally agree. It always, I was going to say, it feels like a breath of fresh air, which is exactly what it is.
But that's what it is.
Metaphorically and literally.
Yeah. Oh, that was fantastic. Thank you for doing that with me, Adam.
Thank you, Pinky. I love that you're spreading meditation around the world. That is absolutely lovely.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Thank you so much for watching that video. I've got a merch pitch for you. I'm going to keep it really quick. We have a brand new Demerit Patch 5-pack at tested-store.com. And these are the 5 you can get if you buy it right now. You've got the I hung it off level patch, the I built the chair upside down patch, the I stuck the duct tape to itself. Oh, my personal favorite. I hit my thumb with the hammer and I stuck a stapler in my thumb. Get yours now, tested-store.com.